Boy, oh boy. Sure are a lot of Sonic games now. Well, notably on the next gen. Whew. Wow. I mean, they're all such pretty good games. Well, most of them anyway, but okay, maybe an exception. But there's quite a few themes to them, you know? I mean, different theme songs for the different games to fit the story or the atmosphere. But they're all good. I mean, it's pretty hard to decide which one you like. And yes, I am holding the Sonic the Hedgehog copy in my hand. Yeah, it had a pretty good theme song too. But which one of them really has the best one? I mean, they all get better, but there's some that just still maintains that same feeling to them, you know? So, what better way to decide than to rank them? Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Rank them. Do the top 5 sort of thing. Now, I know there's few over 5 theme songs, but only the top 5, in my opinion, made it to the list. But keep in mind that this is completely opinionated, and people have different opinions on what I say or how it's ranked. People could say, I don't think that should belong on number 5. It belongs on number 2 or something like that. But hey, it's my opinion. You guys are entitled to your own opinion. But who knows? People who get a kick out of this next gen Sonic games really like them. They put them on their PSP, MP3, or whatever. Well, I put it on my iPod, Yeah. Oh yeah, I like that song. I can listen to it all day. Okay, let's get the list started. Here we go, starting at number 5. Yep, you know it. I Am All of Me, performed by Crush 40. Now, this song was used as a theme song for the debut game of Shadow the Hedgehog's own spin-off game off the Sonic universe, Shadow the Hedgehog. It's played during the final boss fight of Devil Doom, who, believe it or not, wants to kill Shadow after a betrayal is made. After the game's all about Shadow trying to find out who he really was due to the fact that he has amnesia from the past Sonic Adventure 2 game. Now, this song is good, but there's a slight problem I have with it. I find myself humming the tune, but more often than not, the song gets interrupted. Don't believe me? Watch. Ah, see right there, that was my favorite part, and they had to interrupt it by powering him up, giving him that little music. Alright, let's fast forward this a little bit. Alright, if it wasn't for that little interruption, this song/game would rank a little higher. But sadly, it doesn't, so I won't rank it higher. Well, you ranked number 5, Shadow. Alright, number 4. Okay, I know what you're all thinking. Why are you putting this game, the final boss music, on your top 5 list? Well, needless to say, I actually played through the game, enduring every hardship of every... but through it all, I made it to the final boss, and I was pretty pleased with this final theme boss music. It's called His World, otherwise known as Solaris Phase 2. Now, instead of having some kind of vocal sound to it, like the words and everything being sung, it's instrumental, and it's well played, it's orchestrated, gives it more of an epic feel to it. But yeah, I gave this game a number 4 on my top 5 list. Yeah, it's got a great epic feel to it. Alright, moving on. Number 3. Why is this number 3, you ask? Well, there's many things. I mean, it's a different approach rather than the traditional asking Crush 40 to come back and perform another theme song for another Sonic game. This one's performed by Steve Conte. And what's this, you might ask? That's not Sonic in his super form. Well, believe it or not, folks, that's Sonic in Dark Spine mode. He's Dark Spine Sonic. He's a new form that borrows 3 of the world rings off the Sonic and the Rings game, and he uses their powers to take on a Razor Jin. Now, what kind of an epic approach is that? Now, that's a great one, I tell you. I mean, rather than say the traditional Super Sonic or Shadow or whatever the hell, we see this. Plus, how badass does this look? Well, remind me not to get him pissed. Otherwise, Sonic and the Secret Rings, otherwise slash 7 Rings in Hand, ranks number 3. Moving on, number 2. Yep, number 2 slot goes to the not-so-long release to go Sonic Unleashed. Now, given the fact that this song has also an orchestrated version of the theme song Endless Possibilities, it's pretty good. I mean, it's got a catchy feel to it, but, yeah, there's just a little bit of a kind of similarity to a Kingdom Hearts game. I mean, the music, I don't get it. I just get the feeling that it's got that Kingdom Hearts appeal to it. But either way, this is really epic. I mean, this boss is also a step up too. Now, I have also got to note that there's 2 different types of versions in the boss fight. Now, if you own a 360 version, you'll completely fight a totally different boss fight scene. But what you're seeing right now is a scene from the Wii edition and the PS2 version of this game. But personally, on my personal level, I love this version much better. It gives the classic Sonic feeling. 360 doesn't really feel like much of a final boss fight. But yeah, I like this version a lot better. In my opinion, people have different opinions on it. That's just my opinion. Let's get down to the number 1 and final favorite. Alright, now to get to number 1. But before we get to that, let's recap. Number 5 was Shadow the Hedgehog. Well, it would have gotten a higher ranking if it wasn't for those interruptions throughout the whole time you're fighting. But hey, it landed on number 5, unfortunately. Still a good game though. Number 4 was His World Orchestrated, Solaris Phase 2 version. Now, despite the game being bad for so many reasons, it had an actual good final boss fight, despite the fact you had to fight with 2 other hedgehogs who should have never gotten in the game. But hey, it was a pretty catchy song, and it was a step up from the traditional rock and roll person singing throughout the whole fight. More of an epic feel. Number 3 was Sonic and the Secret Rings, and also step up from, despite the fact that Crush 40 didn't want to, I don't know, they didn't feel like playing this until later, the theme song 7 Rings in Hand. Also a good boss fight, noting that Sonic is a completely different form in Dark Spine mode. And number 2, Endless Possibilities, featuring Sonic. Ooh, now that was a good song. It was a good theme too. It was it had a sort of Kingdom Hearts appeal to it, but it was still an overall good theme song to listen to while you're playing. Alright, getting to number 1. Ready? Yep, you got that right. Number 1 on my top 5 list is none other than the infamous Sonic Adventure 2 that was released in the Dreamcast and the GameCube. This was a song that I literally tapped my foot to and began snapping my fingers while controlling Sonic and Shadow during the boss fight. Yeah, I gotta admit, I was pretty astounded when I was playing this part, especially, seeing Shadow turn super for the first time. But yeah, overall, this game is number 1 in my books of the greatest top 5 Sonic-related favorite boss themes of all time. But there could be more on the way, so I don't think nothing will ever replace this one as my number 1 pick. Well, those were some pretty tough but very good choices in my opinion. So overall, these are my top 5 picks, and feel free to tell me what you think of it, or if not, mention something that you like. I mean, there's a couple songs that I didn't mention, like "Open Your Heart" by Crush 40. That's pretty much all I can think of. right now. I hate thinking on the spot. But overall, that's my top 5. Well, that about does it. Thanks for your time, for listening to my little rant and opinions. If you don't mind, I'm going to take my little iPod and listen to Live and Learn. Let me put up. Yeah. Stay zen.